Alrighty, guys. So today I'm gonna be putting some handles on some coffee mugs. Show you a quicker way to do it. Kind of the traditional way to make handles is to start out with like a carrot-shaped piece of clay, and pull that, until you have a handle. And then you would cut it. Um, Stick it on your pot, and voila, and there's your handle. Right? Handle time. So, but that's a good way to do it. But what I do now, is because I make a lot of cups, I do it a little bit more production technique where I will extrude the clay through this die, giving me this, which is just basically a 4.5. I extrude them into like 3-foot pieces, and then I cut them. But this is just a 4.5-inch, oval. And then what I do, because I like there to be a taper in my handles, is I kind of just slap them. I slap them down on a board, and what that does is it makes one side fat, and the other side is still much smaller. So they're tapered, right? So then once I do that, I'll back you guys up a little bit more. Then I just pull the handles like you would do it traditionally. But I'm only like kind of half pulling them because I'm going to pull the rest of it right off the pot. All right, so and I just pull all this stock. The trick to doing handles is to keep your hand wet. If you let your hand get dry, then it just rips the clay off. I find that the clay that's too dry also doesn't make good for handles. And then I'll take my thumb and I just kind of do like a little, kind of flattens it out a little bit. Ooh. All right, so that's all my stock handles. So now I'm going to show you what I do next. I'm going to lift this up a little bit, tip you down so you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take this tool. It's just like a harp tool, and I'm going to cut that tab off that I was using to hold the handle. Okay, so now you have like a nice, like flat, cut piece on your handle, right? So, but then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to wrap it around. And you see how it's slightly over, right? And I'll talk about this more in a second, but I'll put it against my shirt so you can see. You see that like feathered edge there? That's gonna help you attach your handle. All right, so I'm just gonna run through this board and tap all these guys down. Okay. So those are all ready to go. All right, I'm gonna just move these over here. Remove my water. All right, now I'll take you guys along with me. All right, so now I'm going to put the handles on these mugs. First thing that I do is I run through and I just give them a little bit of spray. I take this thing, it's like a serrated tool. Right here, maybe if it's not so dirty, you can see it better, right? And then I'm just gonna scratch up where my handles are gonna go. So now I'm gonna stick these handles on, and this is where I'm gonna talk about that little bit of a flange again. So watch this finger as I put them on. Right? I'll see if I can do it lefty. I'm gonna take, and if you can see that, this finger's underneath is going to kind of take that and push it underneath. Just makes a nice seal on the handle. So now I just pull them right off the pots. Okay, now I'm going to take this tool and just run back down the board. Cut the tabs off. And go back and make sure everything's smooth and attached. All right, this sponge I'm using, that's just a piece of like recycled couch cushion. All right, and then I flip this board around. Right, now I'm all ready for the other side. But what I'm gonna do on the other side is I'm gonna bring you guys over here. There, and I'll let you see it. I'll do it from this angle. Okay? Sometimes you need another perspective. Alright, so I'm gonna go here, and we're just gonna Alright, now I'll just run through and pull these handles. Okay. Alrighty. So the last thing that I do with these, once they've set up for a little bit, is I'll take this here, which is just like a little clay stamp, and I go back and I hit the handles. It's a decorative thing, but it also helps attach the handles better, and you know, they look kind of cool. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Have a good day.